On Wednesday, May 26th, the ferry move of the famous Norfolk and Western 611 steam locomotive brought us trackside to the banks of the Susquehanna River. Us northerners were feeling our first real summer heat in 90-degree temps, and I guess that's why only 3 of us trekked the 1.5 miles back to our shot at the Shocks Mill Bridge, a smaller version of the famous Rockville Bridge up the river. Built by the Pennsylvania Railroad in 1905, several of the stone arches washed away when Hurricane Agnes dumped over a foot of rain in the summer of 1972. By contrast, the water is low today, allowing us to wade several feet out into the river for a better view of NS 955 crossing the bridge as the train heads east on the Port Road from Enola to Columbia, Pennsylvania, on the last leg of their journey to Strasburg. Because of our half-hour walk back to the car, we sacrificed any chase of the train along Norfolk Southern, but we were happy with our unique shot, so we relocated east of Lancaster on Amtrak's Keystone Corridor. During this time, 611 diverts onto the Columbia Secondary to Lancaster Yard, where they await a crew change before getting permission onto Amtrak to run east to Lehman Place Junction, where over 1,000 viewers are tuned in to the virtual Railfans Paradise camera, anxiously awaiting her return. But 611 won't move until some scheduled passenger traffic gets out of the way. I'm set up at Irishtown Road, where almost a year ago I shot the new Acela test train on a hot day much like this one. Amtrak 43, the westbound Pennsylvanian, passes first. Normally 42 and 43 meet here, but 42 is running over 15 minutes late today. We thought 611 would proceed behind 42 since there's an hour and a half until the next eastbound Keystone train, but with Strasburg still running scheduled trains, we would have to be patient. The contrast between today's modern electric locomotives and steam may seem eras apart. However, 611 just turned 71 upon its first weekend back at Strasburg, making her over a decade younger than the streamlined GG1 electrics that once hauled passengers at speed on the Pennsylvania Railroad's Philadelphia to Harrisburg main line. Finally, after 6:52, the ferry move departed east from Lancaster. For some reason, dispatcher ran them down track 4, and if you're wondering, yes, there used to be 4 tracks here, hence the large gaps between each track and the poles. While the train did its shuffle at Lehman Place, I went to grab a bite to eat and take a break from the heat. By the time I set up at Espenshade along the Strasburg Railroad, the humid sun gave way to stiff winds and a threatening sky as 611 returns once again under her own power. Strasburg's SW8, number 8618, falls not far behind after shifting revenue freight cars out of the way at the junction to be picked up by Norfolk Southern overnight. Rain and thunder conclude 611's long journey from Spencer, North Carolina, but she too will soon spend a long summer thundering through the Amish paradise along the Strasburg Railroad. I returned to Strasburg at the end of September to witness both the M and J class in action, so I hope you stick around to enjoy my take on the events from that weekend. Well, that's all I have for this video, since it was announced by the Virginia Museum of Transportation on October 7th that 611 would spend the winter at Strasburg, undergoing preventative maintenance and inspections of the boilers, staples, and caps, as required by FRA regulations. So, until 611 runs again, I hope you enjoyed this video and stick around for another one of my Steam videos if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.